This is a DGHradio.com's news and information weather review.
All right, let's jump right in. You know that system we've all had our eyes on in the Central Caribbean? Well, it's finally organized. The National Hurricane Center just gave it a name. So meet Tropical Storm Mellisa, the 13th named storm of what's turning out to be a really busy 2025 hurricane season.
Okay, so what's the latest? Let's break down the official info, hot off the press from the 11 a.m. advisory on October 21st. Okay, let's look at the vitals. Right now, Mellisa is sitting about 300 miles south of Haiti. And check this out. It's already packing winds of 50 miles per hour. That is a solid tropical storm right from the get-go. Now, it's moving west for now, but trust me, that's going to change. The bottom line here, this is no longer a what-if. We've got a fully formed, organized storm to deal with.
And as you'd expect, with an official storm on the map, the alerts are coming out fast. Authorities are not wasting a single second.
So here's the situation on the ground right now. Jamaica, they're under a tropical storm watch. But Haiti, wow, the entire southern peninsula of Haiti is now under a hurricane watch. That, my friends, is a major escalation. It's a huge signal that forecasters think this thing could really intensify.
Now you might be asking, what exactly is a hurricane watch? Well, it's not saying a hurricane is definite. Think of it as a critical 48-hour warning. It means hurricane conditions are possible within 2 days. This is basically the final call to get your preparations done before it becomes too dangerous to even be outside.
All right, now we get to the really tricky part, the million-dollar question. And honestly, this is the biggest headache for forecasters right now. There is a ton of uncertainty about where this storm is going to go.
So, where is Mellisa heading? That's the question on everyone's mind. And the problem is, even our best, most sophisticated weather models, they can't agree. And that's what's making this such a nail-biter for the entire region.
And this right here really paints the picture of that uncertainty. You've got two of the heavy hitters in the modeling world telling completely different stories. You've got the American GFS model on one side saying, nope, it's going north, right toward Haiti. Then you've got the European model, the ECMWF, saying, hold on, it's going more west, south of Jamaica. You know, this kind of disagreement is pretty common when a storm is just getting its legs, trying to figure out which atmospheric current is going to grab it and steer it.
And look, don't just take my word for it. This quote says it all. The folks at the National Weather Service are being completely transparent here, basically saying their confidence in the long-term track is, well, it's low. When you see forecasters being that open about uncertainty, that's your cue. That's a giant flashing neon sign for everyone in the Caribbean to pay very, very close attention.
Okay, so with the track so up in the air, let's talk about what we do know, and that's the impacts. Because regardless of where that center line on the map ends up, this is a big, sprawling storm. The dangers are going to be felt far and wide, so we have to think way beyond just the wind.
Yeah, the wind gets all the headlines, but for a storm like this, water is often the biggest story. We're talking about dangerous, widespread threats. Heavy rain causing floods, huge, dangerous waves, and deadly rip currents. And these things can impact you even if you're hundreds of miles from the storm's center.
So, just how much rain are we talking? The forecast is calling for 5 to 10 inches of rain over parts of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Now, just imagine that amount of water falling on mountainous terrain. It's a perfect recipe for devastating flash floods and life-threatening mudslides. This is an incredibly dangerous situation.
And again, you don't have to be close to feel this thing. Mellisa is churning up the entire Caribbean Sea. There's a high surf advisory out for a reason. We're talking about massive waves 8 to 12 feet high crashing onto those north-facing beaches. I mean, that's not just a problem for boats. That kind of power will chew up coastlines and cause major erosion.
And all that churning water creates one of the most silent but deadly threats at the beach, rip currents. These are incredibly powerful channels of water that flow away from the shore, and they can drag even the strongest swimmer out to sea in a heartbeat. It's a massive risk, which is why officials are practically begging people to stay out of the water. Just don't do it. Okay, so let's put this all together. What does this mean for you? What's the key takeaway for the next few days?
Here's the bottom line, straight from the National Hurricane Center themselves. Notice that word they keep using? Uncertainty. They are hammering that point home. Their message is clear. If you are in Hispaniola, if you are in Cuba, you need to be monitoring this situation constantly. This is not just one island's problem. The entire region needs to be on alert.
So what should you be doing right now? 3 simple things. Number 1, stay informed. Get your information from your National Weather Service, not from some rumor on social media. Number 2, listen to your local officials. They know your area and will have the best advice. And number 3, prepare now. That 48-hour clock we talked about, it's ticking. You need to have everything done by Thursday.
And that leaves us right back where we started, with that one massive looming question. Eventually, the models will come to an agreement and we'll get a clearer picture. But until then, for millions of people across the Caribbean, the next couple of days are going to be filled with a lot of watching and waiting. All you can do is prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Stay safe, everyone.